This episode sat with me longer than any other I've recorded. I kept rewriting it because I didn't want it to sound like a lesson. I just want it to feel like someone who understands. You already know. That's the part that makes this so hard. It's not that you're confused. It's not that you can't see it. You see it clearly, and you're still there. What I've noticed, and this is the part that most people get wrong, is that staying isn't a decision. It's a response, a trained one, a very old one. And understanding that is what changes everything. This is not a video about weakness. It's not a video about bad choices. It's a video about your nervous system and what it was taught. Because most people don't realize this, the reason you stay has a name. It has a mechanism. And once you understand it, you can start to change it. Here's what's actually happening. Your nervous system is not broken. It's doing exactly what it was trained to do. At some point, often long before this relationship, your body learned what love felt like. And if love in the early years came with inconsistency, if safety arrived after tension, if warmth followed withdrawal, then your nervous system built a map. And that map says, this is what closeness feels like. Not closeness as you define it now, closeness as your body learned to survive it. This is the part nobody talks about enough. Trauma bonding is not a character flaw. It is a survival response that outlived its usefulness. What I've seen, in the stories I hear, in the psychology, and in my own understanding of this, is a pattern that repeats itself so reliably it has a name. The cycle looks like this. Tension builds. Something feels off. You brace. Then it breaks. An argument, coldness, criticism, distance. And then relief. Warmth returns. Affection. Promises. And your nervous system exhales. That exhale, that moment of relief after the tension, your brain learned to call that love. Most people don't realize this. The bond doesn't form in the warm moments alone. It forms in the cycle, the high and the low together. That's why calm relationships can feel underwhelming to a woman who grew up in chaos. Her nervous system is waiting for the drop, the tension, the thing that proves it's real. So why don't you just leave? Here's what I've noticed about the women who find themselves here. It's not that they don't know it's wrong. It's that leaving feels like losing a part of themselves. Because they have built an identity inside this dynamic. The one who tries harder. The one who understands him. The one who can fix this. Who loves enough to stay. Leaving doesn't just mean leaving him. It means leaving that version of herself too. And there's something else. And this is the part that requires the most compassion. When your nervous system has been calibrated to chaos, calm doesn't feel like safety. It feels like something is about to go wrong. So she stays. Not because she's weak, not because she doesn't know, but because her nervous system is doing its job, keeping her inside the familiar pattern, the one it knows how to survive. Here's what changes things. Not willpower, not deciding to be stronger. Something quieter, more precise. The shift I see, the one that actually works, starts with a question. What does safe actually feel like without the chaos? Not safe as in perfect, not safe as in easy. Safe as in, I am not bracing. I am not waiting for the drop. I am not adjusting myself around someone else's mood. Most women who have been in a trauma-bonded relationship have never asked themselves that question. Because calm was never something they associated with love. This is the work I keep coming back to when I think about what actual healing looks like. It's not falling out of love with him. It's falling out of love with the cycle.
So if you're in this, here is what I want you to know. You are not too attached. You are not too sensitive. You are not weak for staying this long. What I've noticed is that the women who find their way out of this pattern share one thing. They stopped trying to leave in the middle of the warmth, because the warmth is designed, not deliberately, but chemically, to keep you there. They learned to hold on to the clarity they had in the hard moments, not as evidence that he's terrible, but as evidence of what this cycle actually costs them. And they slowly, through therapy, through distance, through community, rebuilt their nervous system's definition of love, until calm stopped feeling empty, until consistency stopped feeling boring, until they could feel something steady and think, this is what I was looking for.
If this found you at the right moment, please save it. Not to share, just for you. And if you've come out the other side of something like this, I want you to know that what you built inside yourself in that season is real. The self-awareness, the capacity, the knowing. None of that disappears when the relationship does. This is the final episode of our first month together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to understand yourself more deeply. That is not a small thing. I will see you next month, and I am genuinely grateful you are here. She is growing, and so are you.